Alright, yo, what's up guys? It's me, Shadow, back again with another tutorial video. This week we're going to be going over how to make a homage type beat, a MAAJINS type beat, a Cayo Banks type beat, a no melody type beat, hard 808 type beat. I don't know what you would classify these beats as. Honestly, they're just pretty cool 808 beats. The sort of like super hard 808 combined with like melancholic emotional vocals has been around for quite some time. It was super popular in like the hyperpop and glitchcore days with artists like OS Quinn, Lou, people like that. They were doing that stuff a lot. Now it's sort of moved into the new scene with like Cayo Banks, MAAJINS, Hey Guapo, Cheramani, those type of artists. And I've always really loved this style. I've been doing these kind of beats for quite some time, so I figured why not make this video. Originally I wasn't actually going to make this video because these beats are super simple, but I've gotten like a ton of comment requests to do this style, and I've already made a couple of these beats, so I'm just covering an old beat that I posted a while ago that did pretty good on YouTube. And yeah, I guess that's it. Normally my intros wouldn't be this long, but I am gonna kind of have to talk a little bit more than I usually would in these videos, because I could probably make this tutorial video in literally like 5 minutes, but yeah, I don't know. I guess people like watching my videos, so I'm gonna try not to make it too short. It's so weird like covering this sort of beat in like my normal format when there's just so little to cover. But starting off, the BPM is gonna be 140. Pretty much anywhere from like 135 to 145 is where you're gonna want to be. You can push it into like the 150s to 160s, but then it's gonna be more like a Cheramani type beat and less so like an emotional, slower tempo beat. And these are the drums that we're using. Yeah, that's it. This is what I was kind of getting at in the intro. It's gonna be really weird making this video because typically I go over like drums, melodies, each individual pattern, the structuring and stuff like that, and there's not much to go over here. But that's kind of part of the reason why these beats are so unique, is because there's really not much to them, but that's what makes them so good. You just pick one or two sounds that are like super, super fire. You just use those over and over again, and I mean, you're good. This is obviously the Rio Madness kit, so it is from one of Rio Leva's kits. I just used this 808 because it's the one I have downloaded. One of my friends sent it to me, but it is literally identical to this Dark Knight Demo 808 in the Best Pierre Bourne Drum Kit 2019. Or also the Hacked My Instagram Part 2 808. These are almost the exact same 808, so obviously you don't have to like go out of your way and get a Rio Leva kit. If you have the Rio 808, just use that. If you don't, I'll link this down below. I'm pretty sure this is just like a free Reddit Pierre Bourne drum kit. Use the super distorted 808. And then this Goons 808, I don't know exactly where I got it from. However, it's not really that important. It's just like a pretty typical short 808. What you want to do for these beats is use a super long, distorted 808 and then switch it out to like a shorter hitting 808, like the Zay 808 or something like that. So, yeah, those are the whopping 2 drum sounds that we have for this beat. And then even better, guys, this is the Serum preset that we're using. That's it. It's just Serum. There's no changes or anything. Literally just open Serum and use the default wavetable. Really doesn't get super difficult here at all. So yeah, I mean, I guess with that out of the way, let's just hop right into how I made this beat, guys, starting off with the melody. So this is the melody that we laid out for this beat, and it's gonna sound like this. Essentially what's going on here is we're making like a little bit of like a triplet bounce pattern. I don't know if it's like actually a triplet bounce or not. I'm pretty sure it is though, because normally the note would stretch out to here and we like cut it short or whatever. But as you can see visually, we're really not doing anything too crazy at all. This pattern is literally just 3 notes over and over again. And I will say this is incredibly similar to the homage type beat because, like I said already, this is an older beat that I made a long time ago that was meant to be just a homage type beat. You can go in many different directions when you're trying to make these beats, but the general vibe that you want to go for is like a super squeaky, distorted, just sound. It could be a lead, it could be a chord, synth, whatever, it doesn't really matter, but just get like a distorted synthy preset and make a very repetitive sort of emotional melody, kind of heroic, dark, whatever you want it to be, really. I would definitely encourage you guys to sort of like think outside the box when making these types of beats, because it's such a simple genre and you can do so much with it to take it like to that further step. So yeah, basically I just recommend you guys having fun with your melodies. You can make them more complicated, you can add more notes, you can change the scale and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just in general, super repetitive, emotional melody. That's gonna be it for the melodies too. Now moving on, guys, we have the 808 pattern. This is really what's going to sort of define the beat, since it's just so like iconic and super hard hitting, and it is going to sound like this. Yeah, that's really loud and it hurts my ears, but you know, it sounds good in the beat, so it doesn't really matter that much. The first thing you want to do when you're making these 808 patterns, guys, is go to the envelope right here and just turn everything down besides the hold, which you're going to turn all the way up. Basically, what you're doing is once the note stops playing within the piano roll, it will completely cut itself. So as you can see right here, there's a little gap and there will be no 808 tail or anything trailing off. You want to do that on purpose because with these patterns, you want to utilize having the 808s coming in and out, sort of like adding space to the beat and stuff like that, because these beats really shine when an artist is just like doing their thing. They're just rapping their heart out, singing their heart out, whatever they're doing. And yeah, because of that, you want to have a lot of like gaps in your 808 pattern and stuff like that. And other than that, we're following a really simple pattern. It's basically already what we had laid out before with the melody, except we're introducing the C note, the D sharp, G, and G sharp are nothing new. Essentially, the pattern is just these notes in this order. And that's really it. And then obviously we're just kind of toying around and doing our own thing to add some more bounce and stuff like that. You want to add these little stabby parts just by making the notes shortened. Basically figure out where your 808 would play normally, like right here it's playing on the 3. Just add some stabs before it and add some extra bounce. Then in the second half, we're going to take the C note here and cut it in half, raise the second half up an octave, and then we're basically doing the same thing with the D sharp, except we are raising the second half to a G, and then we are sliding that G down to an F sharp 4. Don't ask me why I did an F sharp 4. You can just do like, you know, any note within the progression you already made. I guess I would normally just slide it down to a G sharp 4 instead of an F sharp 4. I don't know why I did that, but regardless, again, just some more variation in the pattern. It really helps the 808 it really helps the 808 pattern loop itself with that slide. And yeah, I mean, that's it. And guys, we have the second 808 pattern, which is the same thing as the first 808 pattern. It's just a different 808. It's gonna sound like this. There's only one single change in this pattern, which is that the F sharp slide note, instead of the note being over here at the very end of the pattern, we're just moving it back a bit because this 808 is a lot shorter. So, you know, we want the slide to come in before the 808 is just completely gone, obviously. And yeah, that is it for the patterns, guys. A whopping 3 patterns in total. That's it. So now we're going to go over structuring, and there's no mixing to even go over. So we're just going over structuring, and then we're going to wrap this video up. Starting off, guys, for the intro, it is going to be 4 bars of just the FL metronome, which is going to sound like this. Everyone knows what that sounds like already, but a lot of people don't know how to get it into your actual beat, so I will show you how to do that right now. It's really easy, guys. So you're going to go to the top left corner, you're going to click Options, then you're going to scroll down to File Settings. Once you have this screen open, you're going to go over to the Audio tab. Then at the bottom of the Audio tab, it's going to say Preview Mixer Track. From that point, just select any random number. I just go with 10 because it's a cool even number, and I don't like odd numbers. Now open the mixer tracks, select track 10 because that's the one we used up before. In the top right corner, open this little like drop down and select your microphone. Now you'll be recording. Then what you're going to do is click this little record button up here. You're going to click Record Everything. And make sure to be quiet because it will also be recording your microphone. But regardless, just sit there, be quiet for a second, click record, and it will record everything playing within the interface, which will obviously be the metronome, and that is how you do it. Once you have the audio file, just kind of trim it so that it's like on time, and there you go, you have a metronome. After that, the structuring is a little weird. I tried to follow like the homage structuring, but I don't know if I got it completely correct. Basically, it is 16 bars of just the hard-hitting 808. After those 16 bars, we are going to bring in that counter melody thing that we have. That's going to play for 8 bars. Then we have 16 bars of the short 808. The last 8 bars are going to play the counter melody again. And then the next 16 bars are just going to be the hard 808, no counter melody. And the last 8 bars is going to have the metronome playing the entire time. As you can see throughout the beat, I made the metronome just play randomly. You can play around with that and do whatever you want. There's really no pattern to it, and there's really nothing specifically that you have to do. Like, for example, the Cayo Banks song. Obviously, the person who made that beat, there was a lot more stuff going on. Like, they really took the metronome and just made it do like a weird bouncy pattern and stuff like that. So that is why I encourage you guys to sort of do your own thing. Use this video as just a template. Don't use this video as like specific rules on what you have to do. All you need for these beats is a super hard 808, some metronome, and, you know, like an emotional melody. That's really all you need. You don't need to use any specific presets. You don't need to use any specific 808s or anything like that. You can do what you want. You can have fun. You could experiment with it. Like I said, it's such a simple genre that you can really take it to so many different locations and just do so many different things with it. This video is definitely going to be really short, but hopefully I could make it, you know, not incredibly short. Yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you watched this video all the way through the end, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys who watch my videos all the way through. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you didn't, don't. Remember to hit the subscribe button. I post videos 2 times a week on Wednesday and Friday covering underground and up-and-coming artists, challenge videos, entertainment content, and more. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day or night. Peace.